Welcome, friends, to CarX Street on PlayStation 5. I am very excited about this because I can finally play it on console and experience it.
Hey bro, it's
this
Jimmy.
way.
Couldn't reach you, so I'm leaving you a voicemail.
It's still got the AI voices, hasn't it?
I'm in Sunset City right now. And
Either that's a really terrible voice
actor.
actor.
It's a real paradise for street races. It's got everything: wild races, crazy drifts, massive cash prizes, awesome cars, and tons of tuning. Even the local cops are cool with us as long as we don't push our luck. And it's all thanks to StreetNet.
So that is exactly the same as it was on PC. Now we get into the gameplay. Now there's actually two different modes. There's like a performance and a quality mode. And there's clearly going to be some changes at the beginning of the game. So I'm kind of curious to see.
Skills on the road. Our city is huge. It's easy to get lost here. I'll set a route to the port in the navigator. There's a surprise waiting for you there.
See, okay, it definitely sounds like okay, I know some people just don't give a damn, but this is a focal point in the comment section, usually on the original version of this game. The extension of words, is that something AI can do these days? I guess it can. Right, let's find out where this is going at. So we are at 60 frames, and I believe it is 60 frames on any of the performance modes. So let's go into settings just to see. Yeah, you've got quality, and I'm on quality right now, and you've got performance. So from what I remember, 1080p for the performance and 1440p for quality. I am running this on a PS5 Pro, and just to prove, there it is, CarX Street. Oh, I love the music on the menu. That's really cool. What I'll do is jump between the modes so you can see a demonstration, but for the most part, you're probably going to use quality. I doubt it's going to have an issue. I am on a Pro, so I don't really necessarily, I think, need to jump to the lower modes, but I can definitely notice some jaggies in the distance. That clearly means it's definitely not 4K. I don't think it's even upscaling to 4K, but hey, it still looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed by it. It runs pretty well, which is not the case in many games these days. this looks pretty good.
Jimmy made you a little something for coming to the city.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Of course, it ain't a high-end ride, but you'll like it.
Let's see if I can remember what I bought previously so I don't buy it again. Anyway, I will be doing a bunch of checks throughout this video just to make sure. Jesus, that's really loud.
Choose whichever you like best.
Bro, stop revving. I can't hear anything. Right, let's pick a car. So from memory, I picked the NX5 previously, but we have the S18 that I'm definitely going to go for this time. That's pretty cool. Anyway, it's a smaller title that actually has been popularized mostly through their CarX Drift title. This, however, is the CarX Street version. This is the open world version of it.
Behind us? That's where you'll be living from now on.
Nice.
Don't worry, you won't have
Apartments, baby. I like apartments. Just so you know, I'm not joking. I'm serious. Stock everyone up. It looks like an office block there. So one thing I do want to say, I am someone that genuinely... Why are you holding? There you go. Turn that off just in case. Put my own tunes on. There you go. Thank you very much. I'm someone that appreciates having story, kind of characters and things like that. And they've made some vast improvements to how it works. You get a little introduction now at the beginning of when you start events. It wasn't there previously. But yes, this time things are going to be a little different. So what is also worth knowing is crossplay does work. So to test that, actually in theory right now, I assume crossplay works because otherwise we're in trouble. I am playing this early. This is before anyone can play. Just to be clear, you'll be able to buy it right now when this video is live. But if I go to the map, press confirm, I should be able to go online, and let's find out. Welcome to online rooms, confirm, and here you go. Yes, crossplay. So there you go, EU. These are all events of people likely not on the same platform as me, as it would make sense. There's a Russian one here. Let's join this one. Welcome to multiplayer. This is all actually a little bit different. I will be doing a deep dive on multiplayer a little bit later because last time I checked it was at launch, and quite a lot has changed in this game, so we'll come back to that. Right now I have no friends. And you can disable crossplay in the settings, as it would say there, but here you go, multiplayer. Right, let's leave. Before we start, I'm going to quickly jump to medium just so I've got balance, because the drift events are a little bit more difficult when it comes to like tuning and stuff, so I'm going to start. But you can actually see normal gives us 60% plus. Let's get it going.
Hey there, you in touch?
Oh no, not Jimmy.
I'm joined up to the race broadcast and we'll be following along.
Oh
and
no.
Guess what? A bet on your winning with the leader of the Roxy Foxy club. If you come win, you'll earn your membership into the club. So don't lose.
It may be the most annoying voice in the world. Again, I worry about saying that. Just think that there's a possible chance that either, if it is AI, it's based on someone's actual voice. But bro, that is the most frustrating. Anyway, let's get on to the racing. Get it done. This is our first race on the PlayStation version of the game. So let's very quickly. Oh my God. Bro, what was bro doing? What I'm going to do is quickly swap it now to the performance mode. And as you can see, it is clearly a lower resolution here, depending on what you're watching it on YouTube. Now, even... honestly, at 720p, you can tell the difference here. I don't feel any performance improvement. Again, I am on the Pro, which should mean I could probably run, I imagine if there's no special versions, the quality mode in the higher res. And this is something I appreciate because normally the problem is with the PS5 Pro, you actually lose out on settings that you would get on the normal PS5. Which makes no sense whatsoever, because what I would really like to do is pick and choose my my poison, if it were. And back to quality, you can just do it on the fly by the pause menu on the fly. You can just do it, no resetting. Thank goodness. I do really think, though, on a PS5 Pro version, you could absolutely push this resolution or the anti-aliasing a little higher. And I think that would make a big difference. But nonetheless... CarX Street on PlayStation. I mean, it's here. It's finally here. I know there's so many of you in the comments every single time I make a video on one of these car games. When is it coming to PlayStation? I get it. I once too was also at that point, but it doesn't matter. You're going to play on all the systems now, playing everything. It's beautiful. Crossplay, baby.
Your win, man.
Thanks,
now
Jimmy.
You've earned your place in the Wild Juniors Club.
Thank you, Jimmy.
As you might have noticed, Street
Shut up. There we go. This, I don't remember this from previous.
This is Roxy Foxy from the Wild Juniors Club.
Oh, that's proper AI.
About you. We had a little wager going, and I lost.
That is the worst.
Enter my races now. Get out there and show us what you can do.
That is
Who
the
knows?
worst.
You might even make it into the StreetNet Elite.
Oh, that is bad. Look. I get it. I'm going to be honest. Like, AI, I think, has its uses. Genuinely, I'm not the, like, anti-AI, fully 100% person. I know it can assist creative visions on the base level, but, like, I get generating maybe some basic concepts to pitch a game or pitch an idea, and then actually maybe, you know, considering the game is likely done pretty well, how about we swap those voices out for some real voices now, huh? Now, that would be good. That would be good. Okay, this is a pretty important point to me and a lot of people. On PC, this game is always online, which makes absolutely no sense to me because this, my friends, could easily be played offline. And this is a very important piece of information, consumer advice here from the pants man. So I'm going to do, as I am right here in the seat, I'm going to unplug my Ethernet. That's right. Wired babies are always online. Oh, are we okay? We're okay. I think we're okay. Internet connection error. Fine. I don't care. And that's it. It's gone. And is it offline? Okay, let's try do an event. Can I just say, though, it really would bother me to no end if this is offline, and then on the PC version, I can't. Because in case you didn't know, I'm actually more likely to be offline on my PC version because I want to play it on my portables. Oh, piss, I've just completely messed that. Oh, that's not the break. Oh, God. I'm more likely to be on the go on my PC than I am on my PlayStation. It's in my bloody living room. And or it's in my office in my case. Anyway, offline. Okay, that's good. I can recommend, oh my goodness, consumer advice, multiplayer, crossplay, not always online. Fantastic. You've got the 2 modes to pick from on whatever system you're on. Fantastic. Okay, I don't actually know if that's the same on Series S. I didn't try that. But on the PlayStation side of things, no matter what system I know, you got the options. I am really happy to see that. Very, very happy indeed. God, this thing is needing some new tires, that's for sure. Bro, what's going on with his head? Every time I play this game and make a reference to that car is clearly from similar to a game that I played previously, I get shouted at by the community that play this game so passionately. And what I'm going to say right here, friends, is that this is Ryan Cooper's car. And if you say otherwise, I'm going to ban you from the comments. Or actually, Theo, it's Jeff Swanky from suburbia in Denver, Colorado. I don't even know where Denver is. I just pulled it from my brain. Deep within my brain. And the one guy from Denver's now writing a comment like, ah, man, I love Denver. Alrighty then. So rating R5. Wait, what do you mean rating R5? I was doing well, wasn't I? What do you mean R5? That was 6. I thought I was doing good right there. I got some money at least. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. So for my new folks that are here on CarX, because again, most people probably haven't actually played this game or seen much of this game that are watching this video. This, my friends, is the car collection, and it is pretty damn good. Now, you can get special versions of the game that give you access to some of these cars pretty much from go. I think that's pretty nice. But this time on PlayStation, I don't have those extra bits, which I'm actually looking forward to. If you'd like a little bit more of a progression, a little bit more of a grind, then my friend, you can jump in and just properly do it with the base version of the game. Every car that gets added to the game, generally, you can just unlock it by playing, which is good. Now, they do have some really cool cars that are kind of locked behind a system which I don't fully agree with. They really try and push the competitive nature. I mean, I'm hoping for their case, their sake, that it works, because competition really fuels a lot of people to keep coming back and returning to the game. So there is that. That's pretty cool. You have to complete the club together. Okay, all right, fine. Anyway, you got some cars in here that quite honestly aren't in mainstream games, so that's really nice to see, and they have a lot of them. And if you've played CarX Street, a lot of the customization has come over, and if there's anything new here, well, you can imagine there's some new customizations on it, because they do a pretty good job at the customizations. So as we get to these are special event cars. I'm going to say it again to annoy about 50 million people. ASAP Rocky car. Sorry, I had to do it. Anyway, in this section, you've got some cars that honestly you kind of have to do these special events to do and so on, which again is a little frustrating as someone that doesn't give a damn about no competition stuff. I think that it's cool to have like special versions of cars that are reward for doing so, but at the same rate, I ain't got time for that. I just want to play a video game and grind it when I want to and be done with it in the way that I want to, which is not online usually. So you can access on the phone, you've got styling and tuning. This is where it goes quite in depth with the tuning, and then in the styling, well, that's my favorite bit. So you can jump in and do some customization. Yes, a lot of people liken this to like Need for Speed, and you know what? I ain't gonna disagree. Need for Speed, rest in pepperonis for the time being, is on the back burner, is what I would say, but look at this. This is sick. I didn't know this kit was even in the game, but that is absolutely... I might actually end up putting a body kit on this. So you can go for full body kits, and then you can do some changes after the fact as well. My God, they got like the 180SX Need for Speed Rocket Bunny kit. That's absolutely sick. I didn't know they had this many kits for this car. What the hell? 12 kits? And then, as I said, you can go through and select individual parts. You can apply them, and a cool little feature, it actually makes it kind of unpainted to start with. And then you can go in and do a little bit of paint. Very cool. Very cool. I've got some videos on customization already if you want to go see those. But as you can see, it's pretty good. And you can just get going straight away. And that's something I really appreciate, because if I want to make the mistake of wasting all my money on rice, so be it, I'll do it. Let's carry on with the progression, shall we? So the next race to do is this sprint race right here. I found that, to be honest, I just kind of fast travel to all the events if I'm far away from them. At the beginning of the game, not financial advice is what I'll say. But that one's close enough. I can go for that. Now, one of my biggest advice tips for any beginning players is... What the hell? I didn't know that was a thing. Traction control off of that. That's really cool. I didn't know that was a bloody thing. Anyway, one piece of advice I would highly suggest to any new player: tires. If you're doing racing, then jump to Racing Plus. If you're doing drifting, jump to Street. Anything else is quite frankly useless, except maybe if you want a bit more grip in your drift car or a little less grip in your grip car, you can play with those. But buy your street tires, buy your racing tires. That's basically all you should need. I'm actually going to follow my own advice here right now and watch me become the best driver in the world straight away as I tear up these tires. You actually get 5 sets when you buy that as well, so that means that when they deplete, you can see in the bottom corner it actually says 99% on those tires. It's not 4 more tires like I thought it was previously. Right, so let's get on with it. You can also turn off motion blur if you're weird. You know, if you're one of those weird people that turn that off. I am not, however, so I'm gonna begin and done. Right, medium difficulty. Using my boost. Tip for you: your boost replenishes in games. If it does, then you should use boost from the beginning. Otherwise, you're kind of not letting it rebuild. some advice for you there. Street racing connoisseur Black Pants is giving you advice. I'm going to compare it quickly to the PC version because performance, I'm going to argue, has actually been balanced pretty well. Now, what I expect is going to vary depending on the platform, but when it comes to consoles, you're kind of locked into specific hardware, so you can make some changes dedicated to that exact setup. On PC, I am using an older processor. I was at the time. There were some more stutters that I noticed, whereas this is actually running pretty well, pretty cleanly. I've not had any mass amount of races on the screen at once, but so far it's running pretty well. And I'm pretty excited to keep playing through it. If you want to see it, you got to smash the like button and let us know if you want to see more, obviously. So something that's changed since I previously played it that we discovered in a video not too long ago is that I actually got these cards in the game as I play through, whereas I didn't previously, is basically what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to open these, and these should give us, parts for the cars. Now, this is going to be useful in that you don't then have to spend... Why give me the same part? Then I have to spend all of your money on things you don't care about so much. You know, performance. Who cares about that? Annoyingly, you do have to then go to the tuning garage to actually apply them, which I'm going to be lazy and fast travel, which means, well, I'm spending the money anyway. But you save a lot of money that you would have spent previously to put parts in. And I think it's a really nice way to introduce people to this system. There's a lot there. And most people are just going to skip through it like I did. But what you can do is then find the part that you equipped. And I think if I press inventory, there you go. We've got 2 rear-wheel drive. Oh, wait, what? Rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. Can I convert this car? Anyway, we're going to drivetrain, and then we should find the parts. There. Yeah. There you go. Street GBT1. If I press install, yes, from the inventory, I get the part installed, and I don't need to spend money on that part, which has saved me about 11 grand. So although you don't get a mass amount of money from events early on especially, the balance is so much better than it was previously because of that. Okay, we get to pick either a circuit or a sprint race. I'm more of a sprint race person. I just like getting to the point and being done with it. I don't want to keep going round and round. I ain't no damn racetrack driver, come on. And I don't really remember if the difficulty was there previously or not. I don't think it was. And if it wasn't, which I believe to be the case, it meant that you were kind of stuck with where you were. And for the most part, the game, well, the difficulty was kind of done by the event basis. Now the AI, I've been told, absolutely cheats on the harder difficulties, but you can always just bully them a little bit and get on with it. So already we've got better tires, we got slightly better gearing, and I'm absolutely ignore the crash that happened to make this the case, but I'm absolutely decimating the competition. Whoa! That wasn't quite the intent. There's a curb there. It's a little bit more dramatic than it should be. Look out. He's right on me. It's fine, I got no boost left. I need to rebuild to a certain point before you can boost. That's pretty cool. I like that, because otherwise you'd just be like, because I definitely just spam the NOS. Not just in this game, but in every bloody game, okay? Across the line. Fantastic. So you get the idea. It's a pretty straightforward game. It's pretty simple. You do the racing, and you eventually get to the bosses of those specific race clubs. You beat the bosses, and then you make that big reward right there of 50 grand. Once you've done that, you can move on to these and these. This one give you 200,000. They give you some pretty big money, 75 grand right there. And there's also the ability to replay events after the fact. If you go onto the clubs, it tells you all the information. But as you can see, we can then track the events that we have done and have left to do. We've got 15 events to do. In the top, you can see 3 out of 15. But you can jump between these. Now, these are all circuit races, but that's not all that's available in the game. If it is new to you, as you may know, CarX is very much a drift kind of game. You can jump in and do drift straight away with these individual events. You will absolutely not be making this money. The 9,200 from Go, as you saw, I did one of these events earlier, and I earned like 3 grand, which is close enough. But no, you can actually find these events. These club events do contain some drift clubs, but you do need to like get better cars before you do that. So just mash through this. Anyway, do you want to see more CarX on the channel on the PlayStation now that I'm on, like, they've made some significant changes to how the game progression works, and they've actually made it so that I don't need to buy parts in the way that I did previously unless I really, really need that specific part. There's, of course, new cars and, of course, new voice lines, and I'm kind of curious to see, playing it from Go, whether it's different than it was previously. But I think this is a really great demonstration that I've done here. I think I'm proud of myself for bringing to you, this is what we're looking at. The traffic is definitely less dense. I just noticed that. That's a difference. Anyway, smash the like button. Let me know down in the comments. Do you want to see more CarX? And I will see you then.